All right, so Henry Cavill, he is not coming back as Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher TV series, and you know what? I do not blame him whatsoever. If you watched that last season, on season two, it was basically hot garbage. The only reason that I even watched that was just because I wanted to see Henry Cavill's performance, because he always kills it in this role, right? The writing, though, was complete garbage. It was written by clowns. I think anyone with any common sense could see that. The way the show was heading, just not good at all. The way the writing was, I didn't like it at all. Um, the Witcher source material is good stuff, right? The books are great, the games are fantastic, but it seems like these showrunners and writers want to do their own thing, and whatever they think is, the best way is the only way to do it, right? They have these dumb ideas. I mean, you've seen it with the Lord of the Rings series, right? That was complete trash. It just seems like these Hollywood writers just keep taking L after L these days, and they just don't seem to learn from their mistakes. Look at the reward they reap from this. Henry Cavill has left the show. Their main star, their main guy who had the most passion in this, who gave them ideas about how the script could go, about how the writing could go. This is a guy who knows the source material, this guy who likes the books, and they decided no. We're not going to listen to any of this. And I know people are saying that, oh, he could have left because he got recasted as Superman. That's not it. He definitely left because he did not like the way the project was going. He didn't like the future of it, because before he said that he was totally down with, doing 7 seasons of the show or whatever. He really loved this role. And the fact that he was driven away obviously has to do with some internal things, like the way the show was going, the writing, basically the way that the showrunners have handled the show. Let's take a look here at this article, right? For a show that is supposed to be based off the books, not the games, they say, right? This is based off the original books. So some of the Witcher show writers actively dislike the books and games. Well, how can you do any justice for a show where you actively mock, the source material? Maybe you don't like the games, but if the show is based off the books, how do you not like the books? How do they not find writers that actually like the books? Is it really that hard, Hollywood? Is it that hard to do that? Let's take a look at this quote here. So this is a quote from Bo. I want to say Bo. I don't know. I might mess up his name, all right? No, Bo DeMeo. And he says, I've been on shows, namely Witcher, where some of the writers were not fans or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material. Go figure, right? He also said, it's a recipe for disaster and bad morale. Fandom as a litmus test checks egos and makes all the long nights worth it. You have to respect the work before you're allowed to add to its legacy. So what he's saying there is basically these writers gave 2 shits about the fans, gave 2 shits about the source material, and just want to do their own thing. Because, whatever they think is best is the law. So stupid. And now, look, we got Liam Hemsworth coming in for this 4th season of the show. We're going to get a 3rd season, the final season of Henry Cavill, and I'm sure he'll do great numbers because everyone wants to see his last time as Geralt of Rivia. After that, I'll be surprised if this show gets a 5th season. I'm sure it'll probably get canceled because no one's going to want to watch it. And I see people online giving shit to Liam Hemsworth. It's not his fault. He's an actor, okay? He's going to take a job. He needs to get paid like everyone else in this world. So it's not his fault. Do I think he's going to do good in the role? No. Do I think any actor would actually do pretty good in this role? There might be some, but will it ever be as good as Henry Cavill? No, I don't think so, because there's not really many other people who have that same passion as him. Probably there's no other actor that does, for this role especially. So I think anyone who takes this role is basically cursed to begin with, all right? So people going online and trashing on Hemsworth, it's not really the right thing to do. Give the guy a break. He needs to get paid. He's taking the role, whatever. It's not his fault. If you're gonna shit on anyone, shit on these writers, shit on the showrunners, these are the people that need to get blamed for this, right? I mean, let's go on Twitter here. Let's see what Twitter thinks about this. Usually Twitter, I would not even, go too much. The place is like a cesspool, but seems like everyone is in the same boat here. So the Witcher Netflix show writers got exposed for hating books and games. We know, we can tell, all right? I'm still sad about Henry quitting The Witcher, but mad at the writers for fucking him over. Yep. So it turns out Henry Cavill leaves The Witcher because the writers, producer, and director have never read the books nor played the games, and Cavill called them out and said we need to change Geralt dialogue, and they said no, and he quit. I won't watch The Witcher. It's atrocious. There you go, right? That's basically the only way to put it. He knew this character. He knew the way that this character should be taken. He knew the way that the show should be taken. And as any, someone who's done their due diligence in a role should do, he brought it up to the people running the show, and they basically told him to fuck off. So he fucked off. Their loss. This is like, what is the? I just don't understand the world we live in now. Especially in the entertainment industry. Like, how is it? How is there so many stories like this that just so common, it seems like, right? Where these writers and these showrunners is completely fucking up a good thing, and they never seem to learn. Yeah, so it seems like everyone on Twitter exactly thinks the same way as me, and probably anyone else. Anyone with a brain, at least. Let's see what else we got here. Henry Cavill quitting his literal dream role as The Witcher because smug Netflix writers refuse to respect the character or source material is the coolest shit ever. Fuck these endless, soulless, faithless adaptations from showrunners who clearly hate the art they're adapting. Yeah, there you go. This person says it. Person basically puts in better words what I'm trying to say here. Just another soulless, faithless adaptation, right? This always seems to happen. If you look at, what was it, the Wheel of Time series? That was complete trash. My father loves those books. Did not like the show whatsoever. I mean, when I saw it, that shit looked like some made for TV shit you'd see back in the day. I was not feeling that at all. I mean, at least with The Witcher, it had good production value and stuff, but writing is a big thing here. Writing makes shows a lot of the time, and the way that they're writing it, the show was doomed. Like I said, ever since season 2, the show was basically doomed, I thought. And I don't blame Henry Cavill for jumping off the sinking boat. Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher after begging Netflix for the role and being the biggest fan of the franchise is making the report that the writers hate the books seem more and more plausible. They chase that man away from the series. This is sick. Yeah, so, I could go down Twitter or go anywhere, any message board, and probably be reading the same shit. It's pretty obvious that these writers completely threw Henry Cavill to the side, decided they knew what was best for this show. They don't ever decide to go check online and see people's opinions on this, or do they live in their own bubble or something like that? Oh wait, it's Hollywood. Yeah, I guess they do, right? This honestly just pissed me off, because you know what? I did like The Witcher. For all its faults, I liked it because you got to see Henry Cavill. It's like seeing Geralt from Rivia, the games, come to life. He just killed it in the show. Like I said, the writing was crappy, but it was fun to watch him in that role. I wish Henry Cavill all his best in his Superman role and his upcoming endeavors. I hope he can get a Warhammer movie going one day. That would be great, or a Warhammer series. Cross my fingers for that. The Witcher series, rest in peace. It was nice knowing you. I mean, best of luck to Liam Hemsworth, but I think the show is basically doomed and basically fucked already. So, yeah, that's that. All right, guys. See you next time. Take care.